Hey guys, it's C. Welcome back to my channel and welcome if you are new here. And as you can see, we are back in the kitchen. So I wanted to make this recipe that I've made for years, but I haven't made it in a while. And it's one of Bae's favorite recipes, and I decided to go ahead and make it because I never made it for y'all either. So this recipe is called cabbage casserole, and it doesn't require much ingredients. All of the ingredients are listed on the screen as well as me showing you them below, but you just need some shrimp, any type of rice that you want to use. I just happen to use jasmine rice because that's what we had. You need cabbage, of course, a bell pepper. I used half an onion and about 4 sweet peppers. I used ground turkey sausage. Before, when I used to make it, I used to just use ground beef, but I don't eat beef anymore. So I just use ground turkey sausage and also the turkey sausage link, some shredded cheese, and some spaghetti sauce. And that's pretty much all you need. So let's go ahead and get cooking. So of course I went ahead and thawed the shrimp out while I was doing everything else. And then I just went ahead and rinsed and cut up the veggies. Like I said, I only used about 4 sweet peppers, half an onion, and then I used the whole bell pepper. And this recipe is really simple and it's really good for like meal prep, for family meals, because it does stretch. Like I said, it's a casserole, and I know casseroles are really good to feed families, or like I said, to do meal prep. And I haven't made this in a while, but Bae has been asking for this recipe for the longest, and I decided to just go ahead and make it. I like the recipe, but after a while I get tired of eating it, but it really is really good. And like I said, it doesn't require much ingredients. It's filling. It's just really good. So I hope y'all end up trying this after you see the finished result. But I went ahead and cut up the cabbage. Y'all know I do not cut cabbage. I am not the cabbage cutter in the house. But today I had to end up cutting my own cabbage. So I went ahead and cut it. But for this recipe, you don't have to cut it really small. I kind of like somewhat like square chunks of cabbage. So that's how I cut it up. And then I also cut the sausage up off camera. I was talking to Bud and listening to music and forgot to record. But I used a good bit of the link, but that was what was left over. And then I went ahead and started cooking the ground turkey sausage, and then I just cooked that up, and then I went ahead and added the peppers and onion mixture to that. And of course, y'all know I was getting the content for Instagram as well. But once I cooked that down just a little bit, not enough for the ground turkey sausage to be done yet, but once I cooked that down, I added in the turkey sausage link. And again, I was trying to get content on my phone and missed most of it in the pot. But I seasoned it a little bit. It didn't need much seasoning, but just a little bit. And then I just went ahead and cooked that all the way down until both sausages were cooked all the way through and the vegetables had a good color to them. And that's what it looked like when it was almost done. And so once I finished that, I used that same pot to go ahead and cook the shrimp. Now with this recipe, I've seen other people do variations of it, and I know that some people cook all this stuff together. I'm just not a person who kind of trusts cooking everything together, because I feel like either something is going to be undercooked or overcooked. So I just cook everything separate. And even with the rice, because some people I've seen cook their rice in the mixture in the oven, and they put uncooked rice in there. I don't trust that, because I need my rice all the way cooked. So it's a me thing. So if you know how to cook rice in a casserole without cooking it, then do what you can do. But I'm gonna have to cook mine separate so it can be done. And like I said, I use the jasmine rice. You can do the boil in the bag, which is what this is, but I just go ahead and take it out. And so I use my measuring cup to see how much rice each bag held, and it was about a half a cup for each bag. So I ended up using 3, so a cup and a half of rice is what I used, and then I just used 3 cups of water to cook it. And then I went ahead and put some Tony's in there and also some butter, and I would let that go ahead and start cooking. Then for my cabbage, like I said, I cut it up into about square size chunks, and then I just melted down some butter, and then I went ahead and started cooking that down, and then I just seasoned it a little bit and let it cook down. Then my rice started boiling, so I went ahead and stirred it up, covered it, and turned the heat down. And y'all know cabbage doesn't take long to cook at all, so make sure you're watching it while you're cooking it because it will get too soft. And for this recipe, I don't really like it to be too soft. As soon as the little crunch is gone, then that's it. So just watch it and cook it to your liking, of course, but that's just how I like mine. And for my cabbage, I use my same 4 seasonings: Tony's Creole, onion powder, garlic powder, and cayenne pepper. And then I added in some sugar because I do like my cabbage with a little sweet to it. Not too much, but just enough. And so then you cover it, let it steam for a bit. And once the cabbage cooked down and the rice was done, I went ahead and added everything together all in the pot. That way it made it easier to transfer to the casserole dish. And so, like I said, I added the rice in, and then I added the shrimp, sausage, and peppers all together and mixed it all in. And then you need some spaghetti sauce for this. You don't need a lot, so I just got 1 jar, but depending on how much you're cooking, you can kind of tell once you mix it all together if you need more or not. But I just used 1 jar, and then I had a little bit left in the refrigerator, and so I used that a little bit later on in the next few clips. But yeah, so I just added the majority of the jar in there. I didn't add all of it, but the majority of it, and then I mixed it all together. And so, like I said, I had a little bit left in the fridge. This step is optional, but I like to put some spaghetti sauce down at the bottom so that it won't stick to it or whatever, and just to add a little bit more flavor. So I put that at the bottom, and then you go ahead and start putting your mixture in, and you start layering it. So I put it at the bottom, and then I added in some cheese, and then I added more on top of that, and then put more cheese and sauce. Now my casserole dish was a little bit smaller than the mixture that I made, but I did make it work. But it was like at the very top of it, so you just kind of gauge that with how big your casserole dish is. And as I was cooking this, I thought about it, like even before you get to the casserole dish part, like once you mix it all together in the pot, I think that could be a good meal prep too. Just putting it in bowls and just having the whole mixture in bowls without the baking part. That's a good option too if you don't want to bake it, which I think I'll make it again and just make it like that and just put it in bowls without baking it. Just to have that option for meal prep. It's something easy, and I may use like cauliflower rice or brown rice to make it more of a lower carb option. But yeah, guys, so once I layered it and put the cheese in, I put it in the oven. The oven was set to 375, and I put it in there for about 25 minutes. And then I decided to make some crescent rolls to go with it, and I got these from Walmart. These are the big buttery ones that I had before, and I really like these. And then I decided to make them honey butter, and so you'll see me making some honey butter after I lay them all out. But yeah, guys, this was a really quick and easy recipe. Very flavorful, very filling, and like I said, it will stretch. So if you don't have a big family, you can make it as a meal prep, or you can make it for an event, for like a potluck or something. Like it's really good, and we really enjoyed it. Like I said, this is one of Bae's favorite meals that I make, and I haven't made it, I know, in over a year. So I was like, let me go ahead and make it for him. And then here's y'all little friend asking for popcorn. And so here's my honey butter. I just melted the butter and added some honey to it, y'all. That's all I did, and mixed it up, and then I just brushed it on the crescent rolls once they were done. Y'all, these junks so good. All I put in there was honey and butter.
Hey guys.
So good.
So you know we're gonna Couldn't wait.
But yeah, guys, so this is what it looked like out of the oven, and then I went ahead and plated it up. But let me know in the comments if you decide to try this meal, because it is really, really good. But as always, thank y'all for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video with somebody, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye, guys. Love y'all.